On this episode of How to Do Florida, Kristy has a camping surprise for Chad.
This is my kind of camping, honey.
Hey, we're going glamorous camping.
To glamping.
Also, Chef Justin beefs up our cooking segment with Florida ribeye.
I wonder if this guy's eating some oranges. That's where orange beef comes from, you know?
And then it's a change of pace with a little Florida Keys culture.
Acrylic on coconut, only in the Florida Keys.
So sit back.
There you go. That's glam position right there.
Relax, enjoy. This is How to Do Florida.
Your wine.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Hey, today on the show, we're going to show you how to do...
Glamping.
Oh, yeah.
I love going on adventures with my husband. But like most wives, I have a little bit of a different take on how to go about it.
What are these, like cattails or something?
These are cattails.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Honey, I know how to steer a canoe.
I mean, let's face it. Usually when you see Chad, he's wet, or dirty, or both.
Oh, yeah.
Me, I like to be more comfortable on our adventures, which is why instead of going camping, I'm taking Chad glamping. Glamorous camping. And Chad's reaction to packing this lightly for a camping trip?
I'll be honest, I'm a little antsy that we're going camping with 2 little small bags and that's it. I'll just be honest.
But they told us they'd have everything taken care of.
Yeah. We have no tent, we have no food, I don't have a lantern, we have nothing.
That's because they have it for us. They take care of all the meals, everything. They've done this before.
It feels a little weird that we're packing so light.
Relax, don't
I've got a
worry.
little duffel bag there. It's nothing. There's nothing in there.
But that's a concept he's a little slow to embrace.
You have a granola bar.
We'll be all right.
That's exactly what makes it so great. Chad's had plenty of experience lugging all that heavy gear around.
Won't you grab your backpack?
Glamping is a chance for him to just take it easy and let someone else do the work. We're headed for a small island on the Matanzas River, part of Florida's beautiful intercoastal waterway, where Trey Dyer and Mike Black of Get Local Florida have been busy setting up our glamp site.
You're looking to provide the amenities of home and the luxury of a hotel in an outdoor camping experience. We provide all the amenities of home that you usually are missing when you're camping.
Wow, is that right there?
Yeah, right there where the hammock is.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a little tropical resort.
It does.
All inclusive, I hope.
There they are.
What's that in his hand?
It looks like he has a tray with something on it.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Looks like our glamping expedition is off to a glamorous start.
To glamping.
Let's glamp, girl.
Already, I can tell this is going to be a level of pampering that few campers, including Chad, ever dream of.
Let's get you guys set up in your tent. It's right this way.
Get Local Florida has literally laid out the welcome mat for us.
Isn't it beautiful?
And this will be your glamping accommodation.
Wow.
Almost hotel-like accommodations to our
air
glampers.
freshener,
Dude.
Mirror. Honey. Fresh flowers.
Fresh flowers. We've got an orchid to
man.
decorate the room.
I got a lot of work to do our next camping trip.
Check this out. Trey and Mike even provide us our own soap and toothbrushes.
Gosh, I didn't even really have to bring any toiletries, just really,
They got everything you need here. Do you have a brush?
I don't have a brush.
Do you have a brush?
Your hair might get a little messed up on this one,
You gotta
but
be kidding me.
No.
Almost everything. On to the pre-assembled campfire area, complete with Bluetooth speakers and some seriously comfortable glamping chairs.
There you go. That's glam position right there.
But wait, there's more.
And why don't we move on to the dining room now?
The dining room?
The dining room.
We're on an island.
We are on an island. Doesn't mean you can't have a dining room.
We checked out the beautiful dining area.
Can you beat this view behind us?
No.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It is gorgeous.
And all the activities they brought for us, including one of Chad's favorites.
And this is where we do our fishing.
Fishing. Now we're talking.
I am loving this. I get to kick back and relax and not worry about a thing. But I don't think Chad knows what to do with himself.
You know, for me, it's just a little weird being here camping and not having anything to do, quite honestly.
He's kind of fidgeting a little bit. He looks a little lost.
Give me something to pitch, give me something to light, give me something to cut, a fire, like they got the fire even all set up there for me.
I'm having to reel him in, tell him to just sit down.
There's really nothing to do but relax. And I don't know, I
Having a hard time with that right now.
When we go camping together, Chad usually takes pleasure in setting the camp up to just the way he likes it. So he's having a really hard time adjusting to everything being done for him.
One of the dangers of glamping is once your family gets a taste of this, the tiki torches, the tea, the full-length mirror, they're gonna want all this. So beware.
Up next, Chef Justin's primed for grade A cooking with Florida ribeye.
Probably going to be the best steak that you and I have ever had.
And then it's arts and culture in the Florida Keys.
You've got an overflowing cocktail of creativity.
And still to come, it's fishing, paddling, and pampering. It's glamping.
I can get used to this.
Hey, today on the show, Chef's working with Florida beef.
That's right, we have prime ribeye with brandy, salted caramel sauce, Florida snap beans, and mushrooms. And we're gonna show you how to do it.
Always good.
What do you got over there?
Look at this.
What are you doing in my fridge? Look at what I found. That is an awesome piece of Florida beef right there. This is a prime cut of Florida ribeye beef. Phenomenal. And this was graciously donated by Strickland Ranch down in South Florida, which is a 5th generation Florida ranch.
I'll tell you what, it looks good, Chef.
This is a perfect example of a USDA prime steak. I mean, the marbling is phenomenal. I mean, this is gonna be a melt-in-your-mouth steak. And if you ask me, and I'll just go ahead and tell you,
He just tells me.
ribeye is my favorite cut of meat.
This is your favorite cut?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
all day long.
On that note, let's cook the sucker.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pan sear this ribeye, and then we're gonna make this brandy salted caramel sauce.
Brandy,
Yes.
how old are you? Old enough?
Barely old enough now.
Okay.
And then we're gonna serve it with some Florida snap beans and Florida mushroom saute. It's gonna be phenomenal. Okay, so the first thing we wanna do, we got our pans nice and hot here. We're gonna go ahead and season this lightly with a little bit of salt.
So we're not using a grill because I guess you're caramelizing stuff, so you want a little more control, right?
That's right. I mean, this steak would be phenomenal on a grill, no doubt about
Yeah.
it. But we're searing this in the pan because I'm gonna make my sauce in that very pan. And then I'm gonna get it ready to go in my pan, a little bit of olive oil,
Nice, nice.
and a little bit of butter as well.
Oh, switching it up there.
And go ahead and put our beef in.
You laid that steak right on top of that pat of butter.
I sure did.
Woohoo!
You know, actually, I'm gonna put a couple sprigs of thyme on top.
Is that prime time? Did you get that? Yep, prime time.
So in the meantime, we can go ahead and start our green beans. Got a little bit of olive oil. I've got our fresh Florida snap beans here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the pan. And I've got my Florida mushrooms here. I'm just gonna quarter these because I like nice chunks of mushroom in. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little red sweet peppers for color in here and a little bit of chopped garlic. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my mushrooms on top here. All right, so we're gonna let this continue to cook. I think it's about time to flip our beef, so we're
Okay.
gonna head and do that.
Flip that sucker. This is my favorite part of the segment, when he flips it. What?
Beautiful. Look at that
Oh,
nice,
chef.
beautiful caramelized color on there.
This place is really cool. East End Market, we're here in Orlando. And these are kind of popping up all over Florida and all over the country, really.
Yeah, very cool. A lot of neat stuff going on downstairs there from coffee brewers and roasters. People making phenomenal smoothies with local ingredients, and there's gardens around.
Yeah.
I mean, just a really cool thing.
It's all locally grown, so this is stuff that's from Florida, and
Yep.
it really, I think, helps connect people to their food source.
That's right.
Which
that's
is
right.
which is a good thing.
All right, I'm taking this out, and look how beautiful that is.
Wow.
But now we need to go ahead and make our sauce. You ready?
This is brandy time.
Yep.
Yes.
So we've got our brandy, we've got our hot pan, and so we always want to step back a little bit
This is
whenever
dangerous?
we're adding alcohol to a hot sauce.
Is this gonna flame up?
No, we don't have an open flame. It's not going to catch on fire. But what we want to do is kind of cook off the alcohol here.
Oh, man, that's almost intoxicating there.
It is. We're going to add a little bit of butter. I got a little natural Florida sugar that's going in,
And what do you call that?
burning off the alcohol.
There's not a better term for that?
Well, it would be a flambe if we would have lit it and it would have gotten on fire.
Yeah, flambe.
But for safety reasons,
just a bag.
we're not going to do that. Yeah.
Right.
This is looking good. I'm going to add a little bit of cream.
Oh, you're adding cream?
I'm going to go ahead and bring my plate up. So I'm going to put these green beans on. And then I'm going to put some of these beautiful mushrooms right on top. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and pour our sauce right into our little side dish here. All right, Chad, I think it's time to cut the beef. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna slice in just like that. Man, it is nice and tender.
Oh, wow. It's cooked good, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I cook this steak pretty rare, but that's how I like it. You know, how do you like your steak?
Well, you know, I like it, I guess, how you like it.
Yeah, well, that's how you're gonna like it today.
Right, exactly.
But you know, you can really cook your steak medium well, however you like it, that's how you should cook your steak.
Absolutely delicious.
We're here in one of the many art districts of the Florida Keys. There's a real sense of inspired energy here. That's why for generations, artists and writers have come here to tap into that energy. In fact, some of the greatest contributions to art and culture have started right here in the Florida Keys. Maybe it's the way the light reflects off the water to pop the colors of the landscape. Or maybe it's the cool breeze and the salty, sweet air. Put it all together, and you've got an overflowing cocktail of creativity. The Keys' colorful heritage of art and culture has attracted writers, artists, and musicians and performers from all over the world. Creative people come to the Keys to immerse themselves in this laid-back mecca of avant-garde originality. Here, you can go into art mode while still in your flip-flops. In the Florida Keys, artists and artisans are as plentiful as palm trees and key lime pie. Because the artistic community is so vibrant and overflowing with energy and diversity, it inspired a large culture for arts unlike anywhere else on Earth.
I love being here in the Florida Keys. I'm very inspired by everything that I see. The water, the trees, the flowers.
Acrylic on coconut, only in the Florida Keys. There's a galaxy of galleries dotting the islands, like the one at Key Largo's Kona Kai Resort. When you're in Islamorada, you've got to check out the Rain Barrel Artisan Village. But the Keys don't just inspire the visual arts. This exotic island chain has been the backdrop to many a writer and playwright. There's the legendary home and museum of Ernest Hemingway. In the second story of that writing studio is where the Nobel Prize-winning author penned some of his best work. Today, the house is a museum and home to nearly 50 fluffy descendants of Hemingway's six-toed cat, Snowball. And Old Key West is kept alive through a large collection of museums, including the Mel Fisher Museum, which showcases one of the greatest sunken treasures ever discovered, the famous shipwreck, the Atocha. When you come to Islamorada, you gotta feed the fish here at Robbie's. Whoa, man.
Oh my God!
Oh, man. With the help of some snorkeling gear, you can enjoy the spectacle of the annual Underwater Music Festival just south of Big Pine Key in the Lower Keys. And speaking of festivals, I guess you could say that the ruby red high-heeled shoe that drops at midnight on New Year's Eve from Bourbon Street Pub on Duval Street kicks off a year of non-stop celebrations. In Marathon, two museums explore the rich past of Florida natives and the early settlers. The Museum of Natural History of the Florida Keys and the Pigeon Key Museum. From seafood festivals to street parties to music festivals and art shows, ongoing festivals in the Keys captures the bohemian spirit that defines the Conch Republic.
Up next,
Cheers to glamping.
Chad is settled into the glamping mode.
Trey, Mike, more tea, please?
You're watching How to Do Florida. We'll be right back.
Chad and I have come to the beautiful Palm Coast of Florida to go glamorous camping, or glamping, on the Matanzas River.
The glamorous part is that you show up at this island, it's like you're walking into your bedroom on an island. And to top it off, you don't have to do any of the cooking or cleaning. It's awesome. They do it all for you.
But one of us can't seem to get into the spirit of relaxing and letting someone else do all the camping work for a change.
Stop it.
You need anything? You good?
Will you just relax?
All right, let's go fishing.
So once we're settled, I take him to do one of his favorite things in the world. Maybe that will relax him.
That's right where I was gonna throw.
Well, you gotta find another spot.
What do you think the kids are up to?
I don't know, eating popsicles, probably.
I bet they're probably eating all of my chocolate. You know, it's one thing to be in Florida and experience this. It's another thing to be with my best friend, my wife. It's kind kind of a perfect combination.
On a perfect day. I feel so spoiled.
I just have so many memories of setting up camp and just being so sweaty and dirty from the fire and a mess.
Now you just get here and you instantly relax.
It's taken me a little while, but I'm getting there.
Seems Chad is starting to get into this glamping thing, and why not? There's a lot to be said for being able to just show up and start recreating. Now that he's starting to relax, I think it's time to take him on a nice, serene paddle through these beautiful islands.
I tell you what, this is just gorgeous out here. I mean,
It is.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Having these on the island ready to go, you
Isn't
know
that
what a
great?
pain these are to drag all over the place.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were here, ready.
It is a pretty amazing feeling to be able to have your pick of things to do at a campsite set up just for you, whether it's jump on a paddleboard,
It's a sup.
This was a stand-up canoe.
or play some cornhole, or just sit back and be pampered.
Is this your style of camping or what?
This is my kind of camping, honey.
All right, Chad and Kristy, dinner is served.
Thank
Wait a minute. I'm used to burgers and beanie weenies when I go camping with Chad. Filet mignon and lemon garlic shrimp. I could so get used to this.
Are you gonna cook food like this when we go camping now?
Easy now. I expected good food, not gourmet food.
This is exactly how you do Florida.
Is this how you do Florida?
Oh yeah. From now on.
I don't know what package you got, but you got a good one.
I'm glad you like it, baby.
After a night under the stars and a great night's sleep, another gourmet meal awaits us in the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We had fancy egg McMuffins and fresh fruit for breakfast. Enjoy.
Yummy, thank you. You taking notes?
I haven't been. Should I be?
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
Good morning, Chad. Good morning, Kristy.
After breakfast,
Let's go fishing.
we take off with Captain Brian to try our luck on the incoming tide.
Let's try the money hole right off the bat, and then we'll come back and throw top water in the summer river there.
Sounds good.
We don't have long to go.
Man, it's so pretty back here. We've got an incoming tide, so you have this water just rushing back into these salt marshes. It's a part of Florida I don't come to enough.
Come on, bite now.
Do I need to call him like that?
Yeah.
Shrimp
That
got
happens
eaten.
right there. He likes shrimp.
Oh, look at that. Good job. Pretty one.
First fish. Was really hungry. He whacked the heck out of that shrimp.
He's talking. He said, thanks for that shrimp.
I think he's saying, let me go.
Bye-bye. Tell your friends about us. Come on, let it be a fish,
There you
please.
go. That's it. Bring it up here.
Oh, it's a big oyster.
That's what I'm
Isn't that a
talking about.
beaut? Oh, I got some. Oh, yeah.
There you go, baby. Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about.
What is it?
That's a
redfish.
Woo! It's a little one, right?
He is a little one, but he's still a redfish.
Yeah.
You still get points for being. This is a better fish than I caught, so.
Still counts.
Yeah. You want to keep fishing or you want to go home?
No, I want to keep fishing. Yeah. Ooh, I got something. Woo! There we go. Yay!
Overall, I'd say this has been one of my favorite trips with Chad. If you love the Florida outdoors like we do, but don't necessarily want to deal with the hassles of setting up camp, then I highly recommend glamping. Even the most hardcore outdoorsmen will find it's a pretty sweet setup. In fact, I think I may have created a glamping monster.
All right, honey, time to go.
Time to go.
Yeah, we're all packed up. We gotta get home.
Honey, I don't want to leave. I don't want to stop glamping.
No, they're packing up the camp, babe.
What?
We're through. We're done glamping. It's time to go home. We got kids to get home too.
Trey, Mike, more tea, please?
Let's go. Let's do this. Come on. Let's go.
Well, that's our show. I hope you learned something, but more importantly, I hope you feel encouraged to get out and do Florida.
Thunderclap.
Energy. What do you think?
Energy.
Ooh, did you see them? There's ducks right there. Did you see that? There's ducks on this island. There's ospreys in the sky. There's mullet in the air. You see those ducks?
No.
When his face looks like that, you know he's into something good. See that face?
Let's go. Let's do this. Come on.
Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yes.